I got me a bag, it can't even fit up in my jeans. The niggas mad, prices back up on my teeth. The truck too fast, I didn't know if I made it down the street. In French, I we the team. 100 rolls up in a week. I made 100 right in that week. I just see shit, I cannot sleep.
What's up, guys? This is Max, aka Controversy. We are the Parlay Princes. It is just me tonight. I'm just shooting this randomly. I was looking online for some UFC betting predictions for UFC Vegas 85, which is on February 3rd. I didn't see too many videos on there, so I said, let me just come in here and chop one up real quick. So here I am. UFC 297, a little scary card. I did pretty horrible because I was banking on some favorite Canadians to go out there and kill it in Canada. That did not happen. Here I am. I'm down about $70, $80, which is very disrespectful. I don't take that lightly. So here I am studying it up, giving you guys some predictions for free. Let's get it. All right, yeah, so unfortunately we have another weekend off. I don't know why they would do that to us. We just had a month off. I don't know how you're going to tease us with 2 weekends and then take a weekend off, but these fights happen, I believe. Yeah, here we go. February 3rd. Prelims are 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. We got Dolidze and we got Imavov headlining the card, 5-rounder. That should be a beauty. I don't see that going the distance personally, but we'll talk about that later. We'll start the card off right now with Petersen and Pogues. I hope I said that correctly. Off the bat, same age, same weight, 265. These are both heavyweights, obviously. On the scales, they're very similar, so that's interesting. 3-inch reach advantage for Pogues. Pogues actually won his contender fight, which got him into the UFC, and he's now 1-1. He has a lot of decision wins. Then we got Petersen, he's 8-1. 7 KOs. He had a submission win, round 2 contender series. He actually lost to Waldo Acosta back in 2002 by KO in round 2, and that was an LFA. My pick is going to be Petersen based on finishes. I'm scared he's going to gas a little bit. We might see some live betting. I'm going to go with Petersen based off his finish rate. All right, next we got Mederos and Quinones. Lightweight bout of 155. Mederos 8-1 with 6 KOs, so he is a machine. He's getting them finishes. Mederos, contender series, he had a KO win, which was beautiful as well. Quinones, one fight in the UFC, lost to Nazarat. This is a scary one to bet on just because there's not a whole lot of tape on these guys. Well, there is, but not in the UFC. It's scary to bet on that kind of stuff. It's a little scary to bet on people that don't have that UFC background. So I'm going Mederos as my pick, but this is, again, still early. We have 2 weeks till this is all going to pop off. So Mederos is my pick just based off finishes. Next we got Carolina and we got Stoliarenko. This is kind of an easy pick for me just because Carolina got KO'd by Molly in round 3, and Stoliarenko submitted Molly in round 1. I know MMA math does not always work, but I personally enjoyed Stoliarenko's last performance. I know a lot of people were talking shit. She's garbage, this and that. But I know Molly McCann ain't top tier, but she was the hype train. And she went out there in round 1 just said, psych. So I'm actually going to bank off that again kind of submission. That's going to be my pick. There's no way I'm going Carolina at all. And Carolina also lost by submission to Lipsky in 2020. So that's interesting too. Yeah, Stoliarenko's my pick. Easy call. Next, Lee and Bilder. Lee is actually 5 years younger than Bilder. 5-inch reach advantage. Lee is 10-1 with 7 finishes. He only has 1 fight in the UFC though, but he got that victory. So I'm excited to see Lee fight again. And then we got Bilder, who has 2 fights in the UFC. He's 1-1. Lost to Kyle Nelson, who's on a 2-fight win streak, so that's not a horrible loss right there. We'll accept that, Bilder. I think Bilder might be better on the ground, but overall I think Lee's just MMA game is better. So my overall pick is Lee. I'm going to sprinkle some on Bilder just because props, I like the plus money on there. He only has 1 more fight experience than Lee in the UFC, but I do like Bilder. His last fight didn't show the best MMA IQ, but I'm going to bank off that he went back in the lab, tightened some things up. Not my pick, but that's why we'll be sprinkling some on Bilder. Lee's my pick. Overall better MMA guy. Let's get it. Next we have a goodie. We got Gorimbo and we got Rodriguez. This is going to be a short notice fight for Rodriguez. Usually he has trouble making weight, but that's at 155. This fight is at 170. So there is hope that this will take place, which does make things a little more interesting because he might have a little more of a chin, a little more of that power in the right hand. It could be a goodie. Like I said, short notice fight. Both fighters are 2 fights in the UFC. Rodriguez has that big loss to JDM where JDM was just piecing him up, and that was a lot of fun to watch because that was still early in the JDM hype train. He's still great. We still love JDM. He's still hyped up. That was just a good fight to watch, just seeing him piece up Rodriguez. So just based off like things like that, I can't bet on Rodriguez. I think Gorimbo's overall the better fighter. 4-inch height advantage, 6-inch reach advantage. I'm going to sprinkle some on Rodriguez just in case Gorimbo gasses out for whatever reason. But I would be careful betting on this just because of experience. These guys are both fairly new in the UFC. My overall pick is going to be Gorimbo, money line. And I'm going to put no distance too for some of these tickets. Alright, next we got Maksum and we got Johnson. This should be a goodie as well. Maksum new in the UFC, 16-0. Won his first fight in the UFC, now he's 17-0. And these are flyweights too, so they're going to move around. 145. Johnson, 4 losses, 2 wins in his last 6. Not looking too hot. He's basically fighting for his job right now, so I can't talk too much shit. I'm not going to be out there and be like, Johnson's horrible. You won't see me in that octagon, so I ain't knocking him. He's out there getting it. Johnson could have some trouble because of his wrestling, his ground game, because Maksum loves to apply that pressure and take people on the ground. See, I'm going with my guy Maksum, just overall because of experience, 17-0. I do not think Johnson's going to stop this guy's hot streak right now. Johnson's not the guy to do it. I might sprinkle some on Johnson just because of that plus money, but nothing crazy. Little dollar parlays. That's it for that one. And guys, before we continue, do me a favor and just like and subscribe real quick. Leave a comment if you can as well. Any engagement helps me out. I'm just starting off with this page, so any interaction helps the page grow. For now, everything is free. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, next we actually got Molly McCann on the card as well. Facing Belbita, strawweight fight at 115. Molly, as we've come to realize, is not as on point as her beloved friend Patty. It's a tough pick for me just because watching Molly's last couple of fights has been a roller coaster. You don't know what you're going to get at what value. Belbita is also 6 years younger, which is a little scary to me. 6-inch reach advantage, 3-inch height advantage. They both actually fought Hannah Goldie too. Molly KO'd her in round 1. Belbita took Hannah to decision. Molly is on a 2-fight losing streak, so again, a little scary for me. She's not fighting for her job, but if you get 1 or 2 more, that's it. So my overall pick, though, is going to be Molly, just because I think she's the overall better fighter. I think she's going to go out there a little more dog. I'm going to put Molly money line. I'm going to put no distance as well. Those are my 2 picks right there. Next we got Urbina. We got Radtke, welterweight bout, 170. Urbina, this is interesting stuff. 6-inch height advantage, 6 years younger, 3-inch reach advantage. He has 3 fights in the UFC, 2 losses, so not the best record. But he did lose to Brian Battle, who is a beast, so that's a different story. He fought actually Sean Brady and lost decision 2018. Then we got Radtke, who's 8-3, 3 KOs, 2 submissions. He is on a 5-fight win streak. He only has 1 fight in the UFC though, so it'll be scary on betting something like this. He went unanimous decision with Blood Diamond. So overall, this is a tough pick because, again, not too much UFC experience to base on. That's what this whole card is like. I'm gonna put Radtke, I think, and I'm gonna put it going the distance for now. Those are my 2 picks. Alright, next we got Khizriev and we got Muradov. Khizriev is 14-0. Khizriev has 5 KOs and 5 subs on that 14-0 record too, which is pretty nuts. 2 fights in the UFC, both submissions. Muradov with a crazy record, 26-8. 5-inch height advantage for Muradov. 17 KOs for Muradov. Holy shit. 4-2 in the UFC career for Muradov. It's the new guy versus the vet, but they're both the same age. So I don't know what to do with that information. I'm going to put no distance for sure. It's a tough pick again. I'm going to go Khizriev just for the hell of it. I don't have much to back up on that. I guess I'm going based off less damage. Less fights, less damage. Next, we got a banger. My girl Silva. And I don't even know this other girl's name because I do not care. Araujo? I don't care because Silva's so nasty. I've been putting, except the last fight, I've been putting KO every time. KO, KO, KO. She's just been dominating. She's 16-5, 16-5-1. Araujo is 12-5. I didn't even write down any stats on this because I just don't care because I'm just putting Silva so heavy. I know her money line is like always minus 300, but we got to do it every time. So you'll see me putting KO. You'll see me putting Silva. That's an easy one for me. You can't talk me out of it. Silva, let's get it. Next we got Brown and we got Salikhov. Salikhov is 19-4. Brown is 17-5. I'm definitely going heavy Brown on this one. It's a welterweight match at 170. I guess Silikhov's age just scares me at age 39. 8-inch reach disadvantage as well. Brown's 4-1 in his last 5 and only lost to JDM. JDM is a freak show, so I accept that loss easy. Brown's last 4 wins were by decision too, so that's interesting. If you're betting Brown, look at decision. The way I see it, Salikhov would definitely lose to JDM as well in a way worse fashion. Skill for skill, I'm going Brown. I just think he's taller, younger, more in his prime. So my pick is Brown money line. We're 2 fights away from the end of the card. We got Moicano and Dober. This is going to be the fight of the night for me because I'm a big Dober fan. I love Dober at plus money right here too. These guys are fighting at 155. Moicano was injured a year ago and took a year off. He's 3-2 in his last 5. Dober's record is actually insane, 27-12. I did not know he had that many fights under his belt. 15 KOs, 5 submissions. Jesus. 4-1 in his last 5, and they were all KOs, all his wins and his losses. They actually both beat Alexander Hernandez in round 2. Dober KO'd him and Moicano submitted him. Moicano has fought some crazy people as well, whether he's won or lost. Aldo, Ortega, Khizriev, Swanson, Cater, and a little fun fact, he actually subbed one of the Bonfim brothers back in 2014, so that is very interesting. This guy's a submission specialist, as we know. This is a very tough one to call, but I'm going to go with Dober KO. I'm just expecting him to find that chin, and that's it. Lights out. And last fight on the card, we have the main event. We got Dolidze and we got Imavov. Imavov is 12-4. Dolidze's 12-2. Both very close records. This is going to be a scary one. I expect to not go the distance personally. I'm excited to see what the over-under rounds are on that one. Imavov is 7 years younger. Dolidze has 7 KOs and 3 submissions on his record. 4-1 in his last 5. Lost to Vittori, but that was a semi-close one in my opinion. I don't think it was as dominant as people say it was. KO'd Dawkins, KO'd Hawes, KO'd Hermanson. So he's been KOing people, but not the most top-tier opponents, minus Hermanson. Imavov is 3-1-1. I personally think he was beating Chris Curtis before that fight was stopped because of the headbutt. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish that one, but that was a good fight for as long as it lasted. He actually even took Curtis down a few times, I believe, so we got to see some of that ground game, or at least a takedown offense. He did lose to Sean Strickland, but he did go the distance, so again, I accept that. For this fight, I'm going no distance, and I'm going Imavov money line. Just for the people that he's fought, he just went the distance with the champion right now. For that reason, I'm going to put him money line. I'm not going to say it's the easiest call, If I do have parlays that get to the end, you're probably going to see me cash them out before that fight happens because I don't have the most highest confidence in Imavov, but it'll be a fun one, and I think I'm going with the right pick here. So there she is. And we are the Parlay Princes. I'm going to build a parlay on the fly based off what I just told you guys. So here we go. Petersen, Mederos, Lee, Gorimbo, Maksum, Mali, Stoliarenko, Silva, I think I said Urbina, Khizriev, Brown, Dober, Imavov. Kind of scary because the only underdog I'm picking is Dober, which means this ticket will not be hitting because it's UFC. So we're going to get about 36 underdogs hitting, but $1 for 300. I'm going to place that right now, just so we're all on the same page here. Plus 30,000 odds, almost plus 31,000 odds. That's it. We're the Parlay Princes. I'm Max, aka Controversy. I appreciate you for stopping by. That's the predictions as of now for Vegas 85. Again, we still have a little bit less than 2 weeks. I still have to see weigh-ins. I still have to study so much. I still have to watch some prediction videos myself. Then I'll get you guys more solidified picks as the week comes in. But that is it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
I got me a bag, it can't even fit up in my jeans. The niggas mad, prices back up on my teeth. The truck too fast, I don't even know if I made it down the street. In franchise, we the team. 100 rolls up in a week. I made 100 right in that week. I just say shit, I cannot sleep.